Hidy Ho, good neighbors. What's going on? A little break in my day and getting ready for the New Year's Eve ball drop and all the good stuff that comes with that. It's going to be quiet, just me and the family. Um, but today, technically last night, we launched the writer and the artist contest, the cover artist contest. So I'm just going to touch on that. I know people are probably at work, but if anybody joins in and you have any questions, you feel free to ask me questions about the contest here. I will just go over it real simple. As you know, I own and operate Philbo Distribution, which is an independent small publisher distribution um, company. We work with Zenoscope, Antarctic Press, Heavy Metal, Devil's Due, Terry Moore with his Abstract Studios, Billy Tucci, as well as a lot of great independents like Dren Productions and 10 Ton Press and Phantom Blade Productions, and just so many more to name. Over 70 publishers, I believe, at this point. Just real quick, tomorrow marks 6 months of successful distribution through our catalogs. So, yay. Congrats to everybody who made this happen, all the publishers, all the retailers, Maura Powers, who really helps a lot. Thank you. There were some that didn't think we'd make it this far, and here we are, and we have monthly growth, approximately 20% each month. We have been growing, and distribution is really getting there. And it's a process, it's a grind, it's new, and my terms are different than what people are used to. But we have a lot of retailers on board that are making money, and they're buying in the thousands. So I don't know what they're doing right, but that some people aren't. But yeah, we're and Fair Square Graphics, yes, Fabrice. But we have retailers that are, some are ordering a little bit because we don't have minimum orders. We're not pigeonholing you, and some order thousands of dollars every month, and we're grateful to the smallest order to the largest order. Grateful to the publishers that are on board and the retailers that are the front line and support us. We really appreciate you. Anyway, so that's Philbo Distribution. Having said that, I have done contests in the past for covers for Tragedy for the Kickstarters that were very successful, got a lot of attention. There were times where we'd have 25, 30 artists jumping on board. And then it kind of fizzled out by issue 4 or 5, I think, for whatever reason. The book didn't fizzle out, but the contest did. But now that I have distribution and Tragedy is being sold in stores all over the world, I thought it'd be a good opportunity for some artists that maybe aren't getting a lot of work, or maybe have never been published before and are really, good artists, or just someone who wants, to really get out there, to do a cover contest. Having said that, the winner will get paid. Is it a large sum of money? No, it is not. It is $200 for the use of the cover. That doesn't count keeping the original art, though. The original art, I will either, I might ask to buy the original art from you, for obviously for whatever your fee is. On top of that, if not, you sell the original art as you see fit as the artist, just like any Marvel or DC artist would when they work for those companies. So, but along with the $200, you'll get 10 comps of the book for yourself, and your book will be in the distribution catalog, and it'll be solicited to retailers all over the world. Just to give you a little heads up, right now, because I'm new distribution, sales aren't in the thousands, but they're in the hundreds for Tragedy, and we're sold all over the place. I mean, it's a mix of a bunch of stores. Some stores are. I have a store that actually orders like 70 copies of it. I have of the different variants. I have some stores that order 4 or 5. And then there's some stores that just order 1 or 2. But sales, considering a new distribution and Tragedy is an unknown, have been pretty good. And that's, again, we have just under 600 stores in our with accounts with us, but they're not all ordering at this point. So, if we get to the point where we're on board like Lunar with all the stores, sales will go up. But anyway, it is an opportunity for a cover artist to have not just a published credit, but to be out in stores on shelves where you can see your work sitting next to the Avengers on a shelf, or Hellboy, or whatever the case may be. Which, I don't know about you, but despite all the business I've been doing, to see my books being in stores every month has been exciting. It's been great as the kid in me. Um, and Thank you, Sean Blake. Appreciate it. Um, so there's the fanboy part, there's the money that you can make, and then there's the credit, of course. For those who there is a second place winner. Unfortunately, it's not paid, but you will still get distributed um, to stores in the catalog, and you will get 5 comps. The third place winner will be placed as fan art in the book, but I will send you 3 copies of your book, your cover on the book. So they'll be the only 3 ever printed, which makes them very rare. But your work will be there and published and credited. uh, for those who participate and don't win any of the top 3, I will send you a set of a trade dress and a virgin copy of the book with your cover on it. So at least you have that to share with family, keep for your archives, show off at shows, and say, "Hey, I'm a published artist, cover artist." So at least you get that credit, etc. Because I do appreciate everyone who joins the contest. Unfortunately, like Highlander, there can only be one. Well, in this case, maybe 2, 3, but I don't want anybody to ever feel they wasted their time or they were underappreciated, because I appreciate artists. I appreciate the effort you put in. And I do appreciate the struggles that we all tend to face just trying to get out there and be a part of something. So that's pretty much that. Now, I have some minor rules. The tag 3 people in the post that I put up, and it can't be me. You can't tag me because I'm already on the page. It's me. You have to join the Philbo distribution group, so please do that. I don't care what about the chicks. Of course you would say that. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. You always do that. You've always done that. So anyway, you'll get the free set. I do appreciate what artists do, like I said, and if the contest goes well and we're getting really good submissions and stuff, I will do this more frequently and give more opportunities. Because I'm one of you. I'm just plugging away, doing the best I can to be, part of the industry and successful and live my dream and what I love. And if I can get there and bring people with me, I'm happy to do that. The rules. So you tag the 3 people. You can't tag me. Join the distribution group. And that's that, and just share out the post. You do those 3 things, you're good to go. I put you in a group chat with all the other contestants that have followed the rules, and I'm gonna answer that in a second, Angel. Actually, you'll be in the group chat where I can share information, etc. So for the artists, don't start any work yet, because I'm going to determine which issue this is going to be for. So I'm going to look at what the issue is about, so I can tell you what characters you can choose from to be on the cover. I'm not going to lie. Pinups are great, but the winner is most likely to be someone who does something that does a little storytelling, not just a pinup. Covers seem to be just pinups these days, and I really like and miss covers that told stories. We accept only pencils. If some of you aren't inkers, if you only do pencils, that's fine. You can submit. You can submit an inked cover, and you can submit a full color cover. Whichever you choose is not going to give you an advantage. It's going to be solely based on composition, line work, and adherence to the character's actual design and appearance. So no matter what, you could fully color it. That doesn't mean you're going to have a leg up over the guy who just penciled, because again, like I said, we're looking at composition, line work, and attention to detail as far as the character designs. Okay. And that's really what we're looking at. Now, I will send in that group chat. Angel, like I said, anybody, as long as it's not AI, I will accept digital work. I will accept people who do touch-ups with Photoshop, things like that. Just no AI. We will not accept AI. And Mora and I have several engines that we can run that through if we suspect in any way that there's any AI, and that includes AI enhancement. No AI. We do not support that at Philbo, and we won't. That includes Chat GPT or anything else for writing, which I'm going to get into the writing contest next. So when you do those things and follow the rules, and you go into the group chat, I will send references soon. I've already started the group chats because we've reached the minimum of 10 that I need to do the contest to be worth it. And I will send them today. Going over to writers. I'm a writer. I'm not an artist, and I know that this is an art-driven industry. Understandably, I mean, art is what brings the people into the book, but writers are who keep them, I think, right? And I don't think writers get enough credit. We certainly don't get offered fair rates for pages, etc. Having said that, the normal going rate for writers is anywhere from $30 to like $100, depending on who you are. And I'm offering $30 a page to the winner for a 24-page book, so that's $720 to the winner. You are for hire. I am going to provide 3 story synopsis that I have. You'll pick one and only one, and you will create the 24-page one-shot story on that. The winner will receive the $720 fee, 10 copies of their story when it's published, and they will be obviously a fully credited writer on the book when it's solicited in stores across the world. We do have a second place and a third place as well. Second place, I believe, is you'd be unpaid, but we'd still publish the book and get your story out there. And the third place, I think, is the same thing, and you get 5 comps each of those. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money as a small publisher, so and honestly, the incentive is to be number 1, not number 2 or 3. So that's why it's unpaid for number 2 and 3. I do understand some people may look at these contests and feel the money's not enough, or exposure, and I understand that. So this is just not for you. But there are plenty of people that exposure is really all they want, and there are plenty of people that are like, okay, $200 for a cover for me, is perfectly fine. So that's who this is for, okay? And anybody who wants to join, I've got some big name people that told me they'd like to do it just for fun, and I appreciate them. For the writers, I will accept any script format that you write. That's fine, as long as it's just professional on its level, I own the rights to the script, just like if you were writing a script for Spider-Man or Daredevil or whatever, because the IP is mine, the storyline is mine, the idea is mine. You will get full credit as the writer, but I have the publishing rights and I own the story. Now, you may ask, is that fair? Well, think about this. I come up with the concept and the idea, and you write a story, and now you take it and you go somewhere else. You stole my concept and my idea. That's why. That's why I own it and I keep it, because I'm coming up with the idea. Now, granted, I do know you're fleshing out the world and the characters, and that's why if it ever goes to another medium, like if it ever got picked up by Netflix or became a cartoon, or if there's merchandise on it, you will absolutely get royalties as the writer. You will absolutely get royalties, and that would be in a contract. I'm not here to screw anyone over. But at the same time, I have to protect myself, right? These are my ideas, and if I hired you to write a story, you'd be working for me. It's freelance work for hire, but under the pretense of a contest right now. Having said that, as the writer, if you ever wanted more than your comps, all you would have to do is pay the print cost. I would not be making money off of you, charging you for the book, which other publishers would. They would say you got to pay for any extras. Just cover the print cost, and I will send you whatever books you want of that book that you wrote, so you could sell at your tables, at conventions, etc. I want you to win as well. Yes, and you could do pressure washing and cleaning residentially. I could actually use a pressure washer right now. My house is anyway. So just understand that. Yeah, I'm surprised you're joining, Jing. That's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. I also have a DM chat started for the writers who have followed the rules. Tag 3 people, join Philbo distribution, share out the post. Please follow those rules and do not tag me because that defeats the whole purpose of the tag. Um, and that's pretty much the gist of it. If anybody has more questions, tell me. Um, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. And I just want you to know, for the writers, you will be signing an NDA because of the plot synopsis. I don't want it leaked out, and I don't want anybody stealing it. And I will also give you a contract that makes it clear legally you are owed royalties if your story is used in any other medium of comics. And if I ever use your story, like, here's the other thing. Say you didn't win the contest. Okay, maybe you weren't the top 3. Maybe you were 4. But 3 months down the road, I go, you know what? This is actually pretty good, though. It may not have won the contest, but I want to use it. I will have a contract that already established before the contest starts that I have to contact you with using that script, and I have to pay you for it. Okay, you will be paid for any script. Like if you didn't win, and 6 months from now I want to use your script for whatever reason, you will get paid. Okay, that's how it works. And for the writers who don't win, you will also get copies of the your your story. Oh, I can't do that. No, actually, I can't do that. It's the artist. Sorry, never mind. You will get the prizes for first through third place. Sorry, ignore that. I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway, so I will be sending out the NDA into the group chat today. I will be sending out the contract. I just have to fix the contract and tighten it up. But if anybody has any questions or concerns, let me know. Most of you know me at this point. A little background for those of you who don't. I've been a huge comic collector and art collector for decades. I've been, a nobody in the industry for 8 years. 8 years. I started by running conventions here in Long Island, and they were very successful. We had big names there, from Andy Kubert and Scott Williams and Mark Bagley, and to the most local artist who we love and appreciate just as much. Everybody's loved my shows. I mix in all the guys together, big and small, so to speak. I do not do small press. You all get into one artist alley. You could be sitting next to a big artist. I believe in that to help you network and get to know people and maybe make connections, because we all know this industry has a lot to do with who you know and who you're friends with and who you're related to, etc. Anyway, I then moved on to being an art rep. And then I moved on to being a writer, publisher, editor, and now distributor. I've also, sold at shows, and I've helped retailer friends sell their comics at shows. So the only thing I have not done in this industry is be able to draw myself, because I just don't have that. So I've spent the last 8 years literally not just learning and studying, but applying everything that I've learned in the industry. For those of you who don't know, I'm gray because I don't sleep. I work very hard, because if you want it, you got to go get it. Nobody's giving it to you. So, and those of you who know me know that I hold myself to a very high standard of trying to be a man of integrity. No one is getting screwed over out of these contests. And if you are leery about it, or you're not sure, or you just don't think it's for you, I understand, not a problem. What's going on? Hey, Matthew Cole. Hey, Paige Alfred. Paige Alfred, look for his book. It's going to be in the January catalog, which we are going to launch tomorrow. I'll get to that in a little bit. Lee Reese is here. Hey. Yeah, Lee, thank you for joining the contest. If anybody has any questions, this is the time to ask. And I just want to let you know, I don't mean this to be rude or obnoxious, but I get questions about stuff that are in the rules. Please just read the rules in their entirety. I don't really have the time to be answering the same question 20 times. I do appreciate that people are interested, and I'm not mad. I just don't have time. So please read the rules in their entirety and follow them. Because again, also as an artist, if you can't follow rules, why would any publisher feel you can follow a script, right? And same with the writer. So just please just read the rules thoroughly. If you can't sit in one sitting for whatever reason, take your time, read, take notes, whatever system works for you. Just please don't come asking me questions that are in the rules. Please, 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 please. Anyway, uh, except for now. If you have questions now or something wasn't clear in the rules, ask now and I'll be happy to answer them. Oh, good, Lee. I'm glad that's the case. Yeah, sleep is for babies, Stan. We got too much stuff to do. Touching on the distribution again, this is why this is probably much more worth it to you than when I did the cover contest for Kickstarter. Again, as an artist and a writer, your book will be in stores all over the world. Our distribution, we have stores ordering from us in Sweden, Australia, Canada, UK, Germany, Mexico. I think that's it for now. Oh, and Italy, as well as a bunch of stores across North America. So this is an opportunity again to not just be a published guy on a Kickstarter, but to be out in stores and see your book in stores and have that credit. Now, am I a huge publisher? No, I'm not Marvel, I'm not DC, I'm not IDW, but it's a good start. Jerry, yes, if you are a writer and an artist and you'd like to participate in both, absolutely, you can. Michael Gardner, yes. So once you follow the rules and do everything that's asked, I will enter you in a group chat where I can disseminate all the information in one shot, of which you would get the references for the characters that I require, or if it's for the writer, the story plots. Yeah, Sean, absolutely. And again, some people might view this as a great opportunity. Some may say, who cares? No problem. And some people are doing it for fun. Like I said, I have some friends that work Marvel, DC, and other companies, and they're like, this looks like fun. They want to do it. And I'm like, really? You want to join my contest? You guys are, you've hit the big time. But anyway, so I'm excited. If you don't know me and you're concerned, you can check my reputation. I mean, there's like 5 people that tell you I'm a piece of shit, but if you look at what they do, you'll understand why they don't like me. But the rest of the world will give you good references about me. Anyway, the stories will be horror stories. I started, you know what? Let me show you something. Hang on. Okay. Okay, I just broke these. All right. So this is my horror anthology, Diary of Dread. It was 156-page, 5 full stories, and a 10-page story by Charles Santino, who wrote Conan for Marvel in the 90s. It's been received extremely well. We did a black and white, and this is and a color version. It sells very well, to be honest with you. I don't know that I have to look up the data on these, but honestly, we've easily sold a couple thousand of these. And I want to break up the 5 stories and go to a monthly anthology with Diary of Dread. The writer in this contest, or I'm sorry, the 3 writers, their stories, that the people that win are going to become solo single issues of this series. And when I release it monthly, they will be one of the issues. And that's basically what that writer is going to get. And like I said, the number 1 writer, the first place winner, will get the $30 page rate. The other 2, unfortunately, are unpaid, but they will get full credit, of course, and their books will be published. And if, for any reason, any story that is sent to me from any of the contestants, whether you win or not, is used, other than the 2nd or 3rd place, you will be paid. And if it goes to another medium, you will get royalties. That's the fair thing to do for writers. And yes, I give great hugs and a little cupping of the tush, right, Angel? Um, um, Sorry, let me read. The thing that needs to be said, and I think you've touched on this already, but getting to stores is great. Honestly, that's all I've known in comic book world, but it's nickels and dimes. Don't expect to make a bunch of money like that. This is coming from a guy that has all shoot through Lunar, Universal, and Diamond. I'll do it as long as I can. Keep it up, Philip. Yeah, profit margins are very low in distribution, which is actually why a lot of the publishers are happy to be with me, because I don't take a high percentage, so you have a chance to win. When you go through Diamond and Lunar, you're lucky if you walk away with 25% of your own cover price. That's not the case with me. Yeah. You said to submit Russ before entering. Is that just one? There you go. Thank you. I knew I forgot something. So here's the thing. Because I want everybody to win, and I know not everybody can win, I want the artist to send me a rough. Now, if you have 5 roughs of the same cover, like different compositions you want to send, that's fine. But here's the thing. I want you to send the rough because I want everybody to have a good chance to win. I don't want you to go through all that work and it's a composition I don't like, you know? So I'm trying not to waste your time with this contest either. So you send me the rough and I'll give you the green light and say, I think the composition's great. That way you're in the running, all right? You know that you have a chance to win. Because if you come out of the gate and the composition is just terrible, I don't want you to waste your time, you know? Yes, for the cover contest. So send me your roughs for approval when they're ready, and we'll do that. The deadline for both the writing and the art contest is March 31st, midnight, Eastern Standard Time, because I'm in New York. I have to be clear on this. Deadlines are the most important thing in this industry, no matter what anybody tells you. I cannot accept even a minute late. You've got 3 months to do this. So I expect everything on time, or I'm sorry, I cannot accept the submission. I have to have a hard line on that. I just have to. Okay. Hey, Alejandro. Hey, Matthew. Yeah, hopefully we'll meet one day. Anyway, so that's pretty much the case. Anybody who wants to go to the distribution website, you can see what our catalog looks like and how the book will be solicited with your cover on it. You get a nice full page in digital. Real quick on the distribution, I may have some huge announcements to make this year that are really going to be game changers. I'm hoping that's the case. Things have not been officially tightened up and signed yet, but Philbo is making bigger moves. I'm here to stay. There are those that take me serious and there are those that don't. And I'm really not concerned with those that don't at this point. That used to bother me at first, and now I understand why they have been coming after me. People don't come after people who are not a threat, and they don't come after people who are doing nothing. And that's a good thing to remember if you have haters. Haters go after people who are doing, who are achieving, and who scare them. So, having said that, Philbo Distribution is hitting 6 months tomorrow of catalog, 8 months of being in business, and we're really excited for what the year is going to bring. We have over 70 publishers on board, and exactly, be a duck in the rain. And we have just under 600 retailers signed up. To be honest with you, right now, just over 100 are actually ordering from us. The rest, I think, are wait and see, or whatever the case may be. But our numbers are still pretty good considering. And like I said, every month we've had just about 20% growth, anywhere between 17 and 21% growth each month. And thousands of dollars in sales have been every month, not triple digits, but double digits, solid double digits. So we're making waves, we're making noise. People know who we are, and we're going to keep moving forward. So we are excited for the distribution. So just so you know, whoever wins when you get into distribution, it's legitimate. It's not just putting you on a website. We literally get stores ordering from us every month. And, you know, like I said, who knows in the next 3 or 4 months, tragedy, whether I'm, selling in high hundreds now, maybe it's thousands in 3 or 4 months. We're building momentum. We'll see. Anyway, does anybody have any other questions about that? Yeah, Sean, like I said in the post, I'm 6'1", and so I'm not really tall, but for the average person, I'm tall. But like for basketball, I'm not. But I was always a basketball player, and I was actually very good. But I don't look like I can play, right? So I used to go on the court, and I used to play in good neighborhoods with really good ballers, and they would look at me like whatever, and I liked it. I loved it. I love when people underestimate me. I love when they see me as the underdog because they'll never see it coming, you know? So I like being the underdog. I'm okay with being, the guy that everybody's passing by, because there's going to come a day that I know where I'm going to be able to sit back at the table and take a sigh of relief and say, I did it. I did it. No matter what anybody said, I did it. And there's a pride that you can take in that, and that I can share with my daughters, that no matter what the world throws at you, no matter who looks past you, no matter who steps over you, if you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing and what you're doing is good and you stay strong, you will be fine. And that's what I'm trying to teach my daughters, and this is why I do everything I do. I need to show them. I need to show them that life is whatever you make of it. It's easy to say it. It's easy to put a saying on a wall, or, when my daughter was young, I think I've told this story before. My wife put up this thing and it says, "Dream big, princess." No, don't dream big, be big. Dreaming's for people who do nothing but sit there all day and think about what they wish would be. Be big. Go do it. Don't wait. And that's what I do. I don't know how successful I'll be. I don't know where I'll wind up 2 years from now. But what I do know is this: I'm just crazy enough and hungry and ambitious enough to have started this distribution when nobody else would. And it's not a lemonade stand on my lawn. It's a solid worldwide distribution from the ground up. I don't have big names supporting me. I don't have Lunar behind me. I don't have Diamond behind me. I don't have Universal. This is me, all me, my money invested, my time invested, and a skeleton crew, and doing what I need to do to make the life I want. And no matter who respects that or not, it doesn't matter, because I look at it and I can look at myself in the mirror and say, at least I'm doing something. At least I'm trying. Anyway, enough of my diatribe. Any other questions about the contest? Yeah, I just spoke to Brian Menard today, Dojo Kun Comics, and we hope to have him on board in the catalog sometime in 2026. Looking forward to it and excited. That's the other thing about my distribution, guys. I want it to be a voice for those who go unheard. Some people are with me and they're with Massive in Lunar, but most people are not. Unfortunately, it's not lucrative for them to go other avenues. And some of them were with Diamond, and now they're not getting picked up by Lunar straight through. They have to go through Massive, and so there's no opportunity for them. So I just wanted to provide an opportunity. I do think it's great that Massive's out there doing what they're doing, and Lunar and Penguin and Universal. I mean, having more distributors is just good for competition in the market. It just makes things better. But Universal, Penguin, Lunar, they're not picking up us little guys. They're not. They're not. And some publishers can't pay the $300 just to be listed in Massive and then have Lunar take their money on top with print runs what they are. It's just too hard. So they see me as a viable option, as a channel that opened up for them that they didn't have. Is it a slow grind? Yes. Like Matthew said, are you going to make a lot of money coming out of the gate? No. But it's an opportunity. It's a channel. It's a fighting chance. And that's all any of us can really ask for, is just a fighting chance. What you do with that fight is up to you, but at least I'm getting you in the ring, and it's up to you to start swinging and covering up. You know. Anyway, so for the contest, we have the cover contest, the writer contest. We met the 10 minimum, so it's underway. We hope more of you jump on board. If you have done the tagging and everything while I'm live, I will take care of it after and include you in the groups. If you have any questions that you missed, you can ask them now before I go off, or you can backtrack to the beginning and get the answers. That's about it. And when it comes to the story, what I'm looking for is real simple. Okay. I'm not expecting Hemingway. I'm not expecting the next Chris Claremont. Tell a cohesive story with solid pacing, characters I can invest in and give a shit about, and you're on a good track. That's really it. If your grammar sucks, I'm not even worried about grammar. Everybody can fix grammar. That's what we have editors for. Try to obviously send me a script that's, grammatically correct. But no one's getting. You're not going to win or lose if you use the proper fare. You know, you know what I mean. If your characters are interesting and relatable, and there's stakes and we care, if you follow the synopsis and you paste it well and it's engaging story and the average reader can love it, then awesome. We're going at it as story for the average reader, not story for another writer. There's a difference, because writers are going to have higher standards, but at the same time, we're here to sell stories to fans, people. Not a contest question necessarily, but do you have artists locked in for the Diary of Dread monthly you're going to do? Any chance this contest can unlock some new talent? So that's the thing, Lee. If you look at some of the artists that I have doing covers, for example, Kevin Stewart literally has 3 covers that have been published and in my distribution in the first 6 months of Tragedy, 2 or 3. And he is currently listed, going to be listed again tomorrow. Kevin started as a cover contest participant, and he didn't even win the contest. But I liked what he did. Unfortunately, there were 2 other covers I felt worked better. Having said that, he's a regular artist with me now. I will hire him for future work. So, yes, contest. This isn't just about who wins the contest. I'm going to be looking at people and saying they didn't win, but I really like what they're doing. And it'll lead to future work. Absolutely. Not even just Diary of Dread. I have like 10 titles out. I have Tragedy, Dynamics, Withered, Arcane Syndicate, Diary of Dread. I've got second and third place, no pay and not allowed to self-print. No, because you're using my for the cover, or the writing, or the cover, because they're no pay. They're no pay, but you'll be credited fully. If it goes to another medium, you will get royalties, and you will be distributed and published in stores. The reason why, hey, Maura, the reason why that is the case, that you can't self-print, is because I own the rights to the story. You're basically work for hire at this point. The first place winner is going to get paid. The other 2 won't get paid, but they will get fully credited and published. As I said earlier, if you don't win, and you weren't second or third place, and 4 months down the road I decide I want to use your story, you will get paid the rate for it, for using the story. And every writer, including the second and third place winner, even though you're no pay for winning, if it went to another medium, you would get royalties for the story you wrote. But I own the story. I'm paying it. It's under my IP and my story synopsis. Just like if you were doing a Daredevil story for Marvel and DC, they own it. And that's why, because if I let you self-print, you're taking my story synopsis, my idea, and you're using it everywhere else. And I have to protect my idea. Even if you're writing it, I'm giving the idea to the story. So that's why. It says in the rules on the post, I think it's 5 comps. And then if you want more issues, you just have to pay for the print cost. I'm not going to make money off of you. I'm not going to charge you for the extra copies. You just have to cover the print cost, and I will send you whatever you wanted. Like if you wanted 50 copies of the book that you wrote to sell at shows, you just pay the whatever the print cost for those 50 copies is, and I will do it for you, and I will send it to you. I have no problems with that. Because I know for writers, it's hard at conventions. You don't have art to sell, and how many people really want to buy your scripts? So I get that. So that's why I'm happy to do that, so that you can make some money that way. It's really the most fair thing for me as the publisher and for you as the for hire person. And anybody, and I'm not implying you, Paul, at all, but anybody who knows the industry understands where I'm coming from. Because I do have to protect me as well and what I put into this. Because if my idea is huge and it's different, that I owned, I'm not going to give that away for free to somebody. At the same time, the writer does something spectacular with it. Well, they have something important that they added to that, and I value that. That's why you would get royalties, and that's why if you didn't make the second or third place, you would, and I use your story later on, you will get paid for it. That's pretty much it. Does anybody else have any more questions? And for those Maura, who's in the chat, is the product manager at Philbo Distribution. She is the linchpin who has taken care of the data sheets. She puts the catalogs together and the graphics, and she sends out the POs, the purchase orders. She has been so invaluable. I mean, there's just no price tag on what she's done for distribution. None of this would be happening without her right now. Her loyalty, her extreme competency, her hard work, her friendship, her responsible work ethic, her knowledge and know-how have just been so valuable to what I'm doing here that I couldn't do it without her. So I just want to say thank you to Maura. Every publisher that's with us, whether you've sold 5 books or 6,000 books, Maura is the reason. She puts that catalog out, and she rebranded Philbo to look even better. So I just shout out to Maura. And by the way, if you need a website, if you need a logo, if you need graphic design of any kind, Maura is brilliant at it. And her husband, Rob Powers, is also a very, very talented artist. He's more a cartoon style, but he's done more recently that's a little less cartoon. He could do chibi style, cartoon style, a little more towards the Western style. And he's got a TikTok channel and other avenues where he does very well. He does commissions, sketch cards. He has his art book. He does amalgamated characters. A lot of great stuff. They're a great duo too. Just so you know, the tragedy logo, the font, the style was created by Rob, and Maura had turned it into that 3-dimensional look. And Rob does all my logos for my books. Just to give you an idea of how talented they are, between the two of them, you have logo design, you have art, you have website design, you have graphic design. You want T-shirts made, you want your Kickstarter page made for you. You want anything. Maura can do it for you, and Rob can do art, and Maura does draw too. She's just been so busy she hasn't had time. So if you are not in connection with them, you can always ask me, and I will connect you to them. But Maura can make your Kickstarter page look like phenomenal with graphics, or T-shirts or paraphernalia to sell at shows, or whatever, your banner for your shows. Maura can design it for you. You give her the images, she'll create a wonderful design on a banner for you. And she's well worth it, I'm telling you. And she'll be affordable. So reach out to Maura. She's Maura Marie on Facebook. Again, if you can't find her or there's trouble getting in touch with her, just reach out to me and I will connect you to her, no problem. Same with Rob Powers. Check him out on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, yada, yada, yada. All right. Yeah, they are. They are. They're the dream team. And I used to rep Rob when I was an art rep. I stopped doing that because I just got so much going on. But they're solid people on top of everything else. Those of you who know me know my issue with the grifters in this industry. There's too many of them hurting the industry. So you know that anybody I work with regularly, they are people of integrity. They are not grifters. I will not work with grifters. I will not work with people that I even think at this point don't have integrity. I have a day job to work with people I can't stand. Charles W. Morgan with Cold Cutter. Yes, Rob does his formatting. Um, Rob did his logo, including your 4-speed studios. He touched it up based on what you had asked him to do, what you designed. Um, and Rob is even a one-stop shop. If you looked at Dynamics, he did everything for me. He did the pencils, inks, colors, and letters on Dynamics. So there's that. All right. Is that it, guys? Any questions? Anything else I can do to help you along with the contests or answer any questions? Any doubts? You come at me. Whatever you need, I will answer for you. I'm happy to. Just remember, one submission per person. You can do both the writer and art contest if you want, but one writing submission, one cover submission. Please do not send me 4 different covers. Do not send me 4 different, the 3 different stories. You pick one of the synopsis I'm going to send you and just do one cover based on the characters that I will provide. Okay? Sorry, more sending me a message. Okay. Hey, thank you for reminding me, Flip Charles. So this Sunday, after you've enjoyed the holiday celebration, come down to the Hot Flips show. Charles, if you want to put the link in the chat, I will be there, as well as a lot of artists, comic book vendors. It's a great show. It's like $5 to get in, so it's not expensive, and you can spend a great day there, bin hopping and flipping through to complete your collections. Collections. Hello. You could stop by small publishers like myself and get some really cool new books to read. You can. There's artists there to get really affordable commissions. And he sells out every month. So I do the show every month that he has it. Charles is a great guy. As you know, Hot Flips is the leading comic supply company here on the East Coast. Maybe even internationally, I don't know, or maybe even nationally. I mean, I'm not sure, but great people of integrity. One of the good ones in the community that cares about the community. Very successful, and he sponsors at New York Comic Con. He has Rob Liefeld at his booth, and a lot of big names stop at his booth, and he even has little old me at his booth at times. So shout out to Charles. The Hot Flip show this Sunday. I'll be there if you want to come say hi. And there's a lot of great talent there. So whether it's comic books, independent publishers, or artists, there's toys, statues. There's everything there, guys. And he does an auction for the American Legion where it's held. You could get some great stuff at some really cheap prices. I mean, I got a statue for $25 that was normally, I think, $70. So you can go in there and get the auction at the end of the day around 2:30 and walk away with some great stuff. And it's for a good cause to help the American Legion and our veterans. So there you go. Hey Victor, I hope your year is better for you this year. I know you had a rough one. I've been seeing what you're doing on Madcaps 3. Phenomenal stuff. Victor is a fantastic artist. You got to check him out. In my opinion, Victor should have won the Spawn contest. I saw hundreds of entries, and Victor's, hands down to me, was the best. And I actually want to get Victor on interiors for a book for me someday. But he's definitely going to be doing a cover for me for Arcane Syndicate. Good guy, great artist. Check out Victor Medina. Do we directly message you once we have the roughs or the group? Hi, Michael. Yeah, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna add you once you follow the rules, do the 3 tags, join the distribution group, share the post. I will add you to the Facebook group chat that I already have of all the contestants, so that you can get all the information in one shot. And there. Now, if you don't want to send your roughs, actually, you know what? You're right. No one's going to want to send their roughs in that group chat. So yes, you can send them directly to me in DM or by my email, which I put in the chat, because obviously you don't want to show other artists what your roughs are in case anybody copies or whatever. So yes. Yeah, Charles, have a happy new year, and I will see you Sunday. Any other questions, guys? I don't want to bore you sitting here rambling all day. Plus, I got to get back to work soon. I think I covered everything. The writer contest, I will be sending out the NDA and a contract today. I'm going to try and see if I can find a way to make the NDA signable on the digital. I don't know how to do that, and I think you have to pay for DocuSign. I'm not sure, but I'm going to figure that out, hopefully, because I know it's a pain in the ass to print it up, sign it, scan it back in, and send it to me. So I'll see what I can do about that to move things along. And March 31st, midnight Eastern Standard Time, because I'm in New York, is the deadline for both. If you look to do the cover contest and the writing contest at the same time, you'll be in the 2 separate groups. I do want to say this too, and I don't mean this to be a jerk. I know that groups sometimes get annoying. You're getting all these messages. So 2 things. If you're in the group, please keep the chatter to a minimum. It's not that we don't want to be friendly. It gets overwhelming if there's too many alerts every day. And then also information gets lost in large threads. The second thing is, if you're in that group and you mute it and you're not paying attention and you don't follow the rules, I'm sorry, but you're not in the contest. I'm not here to repeat myself 100 times. I just don't have time, guys, and I really shouldn't have to. Okay, just follow the directions, please. Again, if you're an artist, you have to follow a script. You have to follow an editor. So you got to follow directions. Same as a writer. And I have to tell you, we have some writers joining the contest that I was very happy joined. That I know they're writing, and I think they're really talented writers, and they're established. They've written for Source Point Press and Black Box Comics and other people, and they're being distributed and published. So they're successful on the indie level, and I'm really excited to see what they do with my plots. And I'm just grateful to everybody who is interested. I know it's hard. I mean, there's so much competition in this industry, and there's only so many jobs. And I know that we're fighting uphill battles between gatekeeping or just being buried in algorithms, or too much competition, or we don't know the right people, or we can't get that break. And I know it can be disheartening, and sometimes it can make you want to quit, or you just question, why the hell am I bothering? As someone who understands that struggle, I'm going to tell you why you're bothering, because it matters to you, because you love it and you're passionate about it and you care. And I can't tell you that everybody's going to make it. I can't tell you that your passion is going to wind up being successful or even a good product. Some of us are passionate, but maybe the books are just not good enough. Fair enough. But you don't know until you get in the ring, and all we can do is keep fighting, put on our gloves, and keep trying. And whatever I can do to try to help that, I will. Sometimes people try to take advantage of me for that, so hopefully they won't. But and that's what this contest is. Is it marketing for me too? Of course. I'm trying to get out there and get known and be taken seriously. So it's not like it's totally altruistic. Of course, it's helping myself, but there's no reason why helping myself can't result in helping others as well, right? I mean, that's the whole point of a rising tide, is it raises all ships, not just one. Brian, just do me a favor, go to the page, post, follow all the rules to the writer contest, and I can add you to the group. If you have done that already, I'll add you to the group once I'm off. That's about it. Hey, Sergio, how are you? Thank you for joining the contest. Looking forward to seeing what you do. Um, and those of you who don't know me, when you work with me, I try to be as fair and communicative as possible. I'll give you an example. I'm working with um, Clever Lima right now on Withered. And there's a character that I didn't have a 3 point turnaround for yet. But he asked for the references. So I gave him all the references to draw the character. And he drew him successfully, beautifully, as a demon. And he already put him in the pages, and he was like, here we go. And I said, well, I'm going to pay you extra for the character design, for drawing the character. And he said, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's part of the book. And I said, no, I will pay you for the extra work. You had to draw him first before you could put him on the page and get the concept down, and your time is valuable. I may not always have the budget to pay you high dollars, but I promise you I'll do my best to do the right thing by you. And I'm easy to work with. I don't have an ego. My ego is the best book possible. That's it. That's my ego. I've had artists come back to me and say, I saw what you wrote in the script as far as camera angle or this and that, but I was thinking this might work better, or what if we added this panel, or I really don't think this panel works. Okay, I'm not the artist. That's your specialty, unless I really don't think it works, which is highly irregular. We go with it. Kevin Stewart, I can vouch for Phil. He's a primary client I work for. Thank you, Kevin. And Kevin has, been good to me. He's done great stuff for me. By the way, Kevin actually also did the Diary of Dread logo. Now, obviously, we did an EC Comics kind of homage, but he designed all that for me and did the Diary of Dread logo. That's Kevin Stewart. And Kevin did the formatting of Arcane Syndicate, that interior page, credits page with the scroll. It's so beautiful. That's Kevin. So Kevin is multifaceted too. I don't know if he's taking on commissions or design work, but reach out to him and find out. Theoretically, characters like Mickey Mouse being public domain, is it okay to use a character that is public domain? Well, I am going for the writing. I have 3 story synopsis that I'm going to give you, and you're going to pick from. So you're not going to have Mickey Mouse in this horror story. I'm giving the story to you. There's 3 synopsis. Now, don't get me wrong. They're not going to be these 2-page synopsis. It's a paragraph. This is the story plot. This is the idea, and you're going to flesh it out. If anybody looks at that and they say, you know what, this seems like more work than it's worth, okay, no hard feelings, no problem. But that's about it. It's about community. It's about getting out there, hopefully making a little money, and a win-win for everyone. And like I said, whether you win this contest or not, there will be people that I will still be working on future projects with. Like I said, Kevin turned in great covers for the contest, but there were other covers that I went with instead. But Kevin was still great work. So even though he didn't win the contest, I paid him for the covers and I used them. And now he's in distribution. He's in stores around the world. So there's that, so it's not a waste of your time, guys. I know your time is valuable, just like mine is. And I never want to waste it. And that's also why, if you don't win, I will send you on my dime a virgin and a trade dress copy of your entry on a book. So at least you have a physical copy to say, I'm a published cover artist. You could show it to your family. You can display it at your tables for marketing. And anybody who joins the contest, I'm also a professional reference. If you ever need someone to write a professional letter of recommendation to help you get work, I do things like that as well. Not a problem. DM Ray, 2016 Ray. I think it's 10 years later, but DM Ray is the owner, author, creator of Madcaps. We just fulfilled issue 2. We're in production of issue 3, being published by Philbo and Kickstarter. Look for that this spring on Kickstarter with Victor Medina as the interior artist. Going to be great stuff. If you love D&D fantasy, DM Ray's book, Madcaps, a lot of fun. And this last issue is action packed and D&D excitement. And then it'll come out as a trade, and then DM will be Madcaps will be in distribution. So it's going to be a fun year. Come check out. Sign up now. DM, go ahead and put the sign up link. Ray, put the sign up link in the chat, and we ask you and encourage you all to sign up to be notified of the Kickstarter. Oh, Kickstarters. Some of you know my father passed away. What's going on? A year and a half now. And I had a book that he wanted to see published before he died. Unfortunately, he didn't. It's called Papa. I kickstarted the first chapter. It was supposed to be a graphic novel. I was trying to hurry up and get it out. Everybody who has read Papa loves it, and the ending catches everyone off guard. So if you're interested in a copy of Papa, you can buy it from me directly. And I will be going to Kickstarter with issue 2 this spring. Shaman will also be going issue 2 this spring. Arcane Syndicate, God willing. The artist is magnificent, but my God, is he slow. Hopefully by fall, we'll have issue 2 out. I know it's been over a year. And Tragedies monthly in stores. Withered 2 is coming out soon. So we have a lot coming from Philbo Publishing. We also have sketch cards. We have the sketch card series, some great sketch cards from some great artists, and we're going to do a Kickstarter for that, and we'll include some of the sketch cards in some of the other campaigns. So keep an eye out for that. Constantly doing things to try to get out there, incorporate other people, meet new talent, give people opportunities and chances to shine. While trying to get myself to shine. So that's about it. All right, there's the sign up, guys. We ask you to, if you like D&D, if you love beautiful art, if you love action adventure, if you love buddy stories, it's 4 characters coming together that are old friends that have been reunited after some time to deal with a threat, an issue, and it's fun, and it's, you know, like Vox Machina. It's not graphic or adult like that, but same premise of D&D world, bunch of people coming together and different personalities mixing and matching while they fight an external threat. So please sign up. We will have catch-up tiers on this, so you can get 1 and 2. And it'll be fun. And Ray is on like 5 billion shows, so just go find him. He's on somebody's show at some point. All right, it's been over an hour. I've been rambling. Any other questions before I go? Or forever hold your peace. The 2 posts are live now for the writer contest and the art contest. Please follow the instructions to the T, and we can move forward from there. I will have the NDA and the contract to the writers in the group by this evening. Is that it? We good? Nothing else? And if anybody has read any Philbo Publishing books and you really like them, I would love for you to share that with the world. Let them know how good it is, because that's the one thing that indie doesn't have is buzz. There are a lot of great indie books that people read and they enjoy them, but they don't talk about them. They don't create a buzz about them. They just, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to number 2, but they don't start any conversations, you know, they don't tell friends about it. So if you could, that word of mouth would be huge. Start talking about our books, create a little bit of buzz. If you really like the story and you think it's really solid and it really entertains you or touches you, like Papa, everyone tells me that story relates to them in some way emotionally. And then the ending just kicks them like, whoa, I didn't see that coming at all. And they're really looking forward to issue 2. So, you know, if you could share that out and let people know. Arcane Syndicate, I've had people tell me they've been collecting comics for 30, 40 years, and that was the most fun read they've had in the last 20 years. I'm grateful for that. I'm not telling you I'm a great writer. You have to tell me if I am or not. But tell everybody else, too, if you think I am. If you think my writing is solid and you enjoy my books and you love the art, please share it out. Talk about it. Charles W. Morgan, Cold Cutter, if you like noir, crime noir stories, he's doing some fantastic work with that book. And he's got that old-fashioned Mike Grell, you know, type black and white art on the interiors, very detailed line art, really gritty, really into the world. It's really noir, and it's kind of like John Sable freelance, you know. So if you love that stuff, go check out Charles's campaigns, and then on top of that, tell everybody if you like it. Let them know. We really could use that buzz. We need you fans, and we need the retailers. We need you both. It's a really symbiotic thing, right? And it's this wheel that goes when everybody plays their part. You know, the retailers help get it out to the fans. The fans enjoy it. They tell the retailers we want it in our pull list. You know, the publishers deliver good stuff. Hopefully, retailers can make money. The fans walk away with a happy story, a product that they love, a story that they love, something to relate to, go back to, share with their kids someday. And that's the whole magic and beauty of comics. You know, it's not just the world of Batman and X-Men anymore. There's tragedy. There's Cold Cutter. You know, there's She. You know, there's Pray for the Sinner from Marat Michaels. There's um, Ninja High School. There's, you know, Grim Fairy Tales with Zenoscope. There's rock books, you know, rock bands and metal bands from 10 Ton Press. There's horror stories. There's, you name it, and it's out there. So that's awesome, Charles. Yeah, I'll do a post later about all the good indie books I've read this year. Talking about them will help all of us. Absolutely. You know, maybe more of you could do that. We have these, you know, quote unquote influencers that, unless you're going to give them, you know, thousands of people in ratings, they don't want to mention your book. So, you know, and if you're willing to spend $5 on a super chat with an influencer, maybe you can spend that $5 on a book. Walk away with a great story. All right. Anyway, Stranger Things finale tonight, for those of you who care. The new year is upon us. And I sincerely mean this. I really hope that 2026 gets better for everyone, financially, health-wise, love and relationships, friendships, some healing in your heart. It's been hard. The world has been hard, and we're all struggling. We're not just struggling financially, we're struggling emotionally, finding our place in the world, where we fit in, does it matter? Depression, anxiety, loneliness. I get it. And I really pray for everyone to overcome it and to come out better on the other side. You know, whether you are a believer in God or not, I'm not here to preach that, but I hope that you find faith in something, at least in yourself, and you find the strength to continue on and fight. Because at the end of the day, guys, you gotta fight. You get up and you fight. And that's why we love comic books. Because at the end of the day, the hero, even when he wants to go down on one knee and it'd be easy to call it a day, gets up. That's the point. Get up. Just fight. And anything can happen. And you've got to remember that if you feel despair, know that as long as you're in the ring, anything can happen. Good things can happen. You just got to stay in the ring. And when times are toughest, you look it in the face defiantly and say, you can't beat me. All right? Alrighty. Have a happy, healthy, safe new year. Please do not drink and drive. Please be careful. Stay over your friend's house if you drank too much. Drive home tomorrow. Okay? Remember, other people are on those roads and some of them have their children in the car. Just be responsible. Be careful for yourself and others. And just keep your head up and keep the faith. The more positive we can be, the more we can accomplish and we can get rid of the negative. And to those who have done me harm this year and really vile things, I pray for every one of you. I pray for you to just be enlightened to what you've done and be better, you know, and want to be better for it. And that's not me saying I'm better than you or judging you. I'm just saying, if you're bringing negativity in the world, I don't hate you. I don't wish harm on you. I pray for you to just realize what you're doing and change. That's real justice. So even to my haters, I pray for you, and I wish you a good year. I may not want to break bread with you at my table, but that doesn't mean I don't want you to eat. All right. Thanks for joining the contest. Thanks for listening. God bless everybody. Have a happy, healthy, safe new year. And let's make 2026 not just a hope, but an actual. Let's go kick some ass. Happy New Year. Be legendary and have fun storming the castle.